Guys, welcome to my newly renovated bathroom. This is my first and last tile job that I will do. Next time I'll hire this out. There are some challenges in this bathroom. It is a small space, so there's some custom things that we've done which I'll go over to kind of maximize that space. Also, I wanted to get this video out before we actually fully moved into the bathroom so you don't see all the clutter and junk everywhere that we got. There's some pictures that I have of what the bathroom looked like previously. So we basically tore this bathroom down to the studs because we wanted to change basically some of the fixtures and footprint of the bathroom to maximize our space. One issue that we ran into was the closet space. Our closet was off the bathroom and it was really small. I mean, it's kind of an L-shaped looking thing, and what we did was to basically pull the vanity from one side of the room to the other, leave the shower and toilet relatively where they're supposed to be, so there don't have to be major plumbing there. But there's a wall here that we had to move in 2 feet. All right, now let's have a look at the closet. So the closet was one of the main things that we had to deal with. The reason why this bathroom is the shape it's in is I need to move this wall 2 feet this way, and I'll show you why. Also, instead of a regular door, we put pocket doors where we could to save space. So in here, we typically just leave this door open anyway. The original closet was about right here. So it was like 2 feet this way. So what I did was slid the wall that way, gave myself another 2 feet. So I've got, for me, total 8 feet of closet space. My wife, she's got 16 feet of closet space. You'll notice I got these two little cutouts here on that side and that side. I'm not done with those yet. I think I'm going to stain them the same color as the floor, or put some type of decorative wallpaper in there. Those are for my belts and ties, so that's good utilization of space. All right, let's have a look at the toilet closet. Nothing too special here. It is 3 by 6, I believe. One thing I did do was I installed blocking all the way down on both sides, right around where this tissue holder is, just so that when you're screwing stuff into the wall, it's got something on the back side to kind of hold on to. Let's see, we have a Panasonic light and exhaust. I will build or buy a cabinet to go on the back here, so there's more storage for us. Let's see, what else? So this vaulted ceiling, we've got this area above the toilet that we're going to use for storage. Haven't figured out what I'm going to use or do for this just yet. Trying to figure out what kind of door we want to use up there. Let's see. Let's look at the floor. So you see this border that goes all the way around? Man, that took forever to get right. You have to be dead straight with this in order for it to look right, and also to cut your tile. And if your walls are not exactly straight, then you might run into a problem. So that was really hard to do. If I had to do it again, I would just take the tile straight to the wall and cover it with the shoe molding. That would have been easy. Let's see, I have blocking back here for the towel racks. So if we ever change the towel racks, it's not a problem. I think it's like a 2 by 12 that I've got in there. For the tile in the shower, there's also a 2 by 12 or 2 by 10 on this side and same on the other, so that when the glass installers would install this, they have something solid to drill into. They're not just missing it or just trying to use the tile as a support. Shower wasn't too difficult to put these in. This is marble, Carrara marble, I believe. And we went with kind of like a simplistic Delta fixtures. Putting this mosaic on the back, man, that took a minute to do. Like, it was definitely hard. I've got some pictures of that, which I'll show you. The floor, this small 1-inch tile, Man, that was hard to put in there, but the reason why we went with the darker marble on the floor is that marble sometimes will stain. So my thinking is that if it's going to stain, possibly, then hopefully a darker marble will hide any imperfections. One thing we contracted someone for was this glass door. So I had to find a manufacturer or an installer in Raleigh, North Carolina that would actually cut that glass on this side here and install it so that it will open. But it's also got this little guide down here that they had to kind of custom make. Some other features about this area is this niche. This is pretty big. I think it's 24 inches tall by 18. I have created a removable shelf so I can clean it. Much easier to clean that, and if something happens to it one day, I can make another one. It has like these little grooves on the bottom. I need to clean my marks off of it, but you can kind of see. I cut this from some material that you can get from Lowe's. All four of these pieces here came out of like one of these pieces like this. It's pretty soft material. This is definitely softer than the marble, so it's not that hard to cut. Let's see what else. We installed a fan at the top to kind of take some of the exhaust out of here. That's a Panasonic fan. Alright, so let's take a look at the vanity. This is what it looks like in all of its glory. Let's start at the top. So I had to custom make this little, I guess, standout. I'm not sure exactly what you call it, a faucet maybe. Anyway, so that's wood and drywall. The lights, purchased a set of 6 and had to, adjust them side to side and get them wired up properly. That's something custom up there. I didn't like the way this went right here and further up and then up this vaulted ceiling. I needed to have something kind of stop there and kind of drop down and kind of create its own space. So that's kind of what I did to solve that. For the sink, let's see. We went with these little push button drains instead of the ones where you pull the little stem in the back. We thought this was cleaner, much easier to deal with. That's because we went with these faucets, so we can clean easily around there. We don't want to have to drill a hole in this countertop to install that. Let's see. We got this center vanity here, column, I guess you call it, tower vanity. I've got another video showing you how I made this. It's got drawers in it. So this bathroom, space is king in here, so we had to create as much storage space as I could. So if you look in the cabinets, that's kind of how big they are. One thing that I did do was add a piece of vinyl down here. So this is maple, poplar, maple, and then a piece of vinyl on top. And the main reason that is because if water drips out of this for some reason, it's going to hit this. Also, when we put drawers or things inside of here over time, dragging back and forth, it's not going to damage the maple, and we can replace this. Everything is soft close. Then under the sink, we've got this little tip out drawer. Pull that out. It took me a while to find these hinges that are kind of spring loaded or soft close for tip out drawers. So that's a nice feature. All of the drawers are soft close. I 3D printed some things for myself and my wife for some top stuff and put these little grooves in here so that when it closes, it stays in place and doesn't slide out the back of the drawer when you close it back and forth. The other drawers look like that. Got her tip out drawers. Now, if you notice, the door on this side doesn't open as far as this one does. They're both the same hinges, but they sell these little pieces of plastic. They go in the back here to prevent this from opening all the way. Kind of see that so it doesn't smash up against the wall. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video and found it helpful, please like it and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. On to the next project.